Collectives, welcome to the Daily Pick a Card and birthday reading for October 20th. If you were born today after sunrise, you are a 2 of clubs. If you were born before sunrise, you're actually yesterday's card, which was a 3 of clubs. So the way this works, I read each card individually, then all together for the collective. We talk about the energy today, that 2 of clubs energy, Libra, Cardinal, 7th house, 3rd deacon, all that, high vibe, low vibe, and how we might navigate the card's messages. Then a special birthday message for you, 2 of clubs. This is your solar year cards. They are here to help you help yourself in raising your vibration to energize your manifesting abilities. All right, let's get started. 2 of diamonds in reverse. Reversals are just a heads up about what kind of energy is in that soup today. So a reversal, how are we going to deal with it if we get triggered? Or how are we going to deal with it if we run into someone else who's triggered? Got something to think about with this card because it's also 2 energy. 2s are about the opportunity to make an important connection to something. So either we're not feeling it or we're going to bump into someone who's not feeling it. And when you're not feeling the ability to connect to something of value, it may be a reflection of a just not feeling up to par today. So diamond energy would be feeling ungrounded or unstable or not feeling like you're ready or able in some financial way or skills or talents way. So the thing to do is to think about it when you get triggered or you have that desire, that impulse, or if it triggers a block for you where it's hard to move forward. We are looking at that cardinal energy, so it could be that you're just ignoring it, trying to work your way into something of a plan or a bigger picture kind of thing. And you're kind of getting in your own way about it. So it's either that where you're simply missing the opportunity, or you're going to run into someone that doesn't have time or feels like they don't have time for you. So how are you going to slow things down? Just really take a breath, try to get as grounded as you possibly can, and give it that moment to find a direction, either for yourself or whatever energy might be in your path today. It's all a learning experience as to how we can do this with kindness and curiosity for ourselves and for others. Let's move on to card number 2. Oh, very nice. We've got nice stability with the 4 of clubs. This is like a teacher card. It is really having the skills, the talents, the intellectual withal, the lessons learned. We're stable. We've got what we need to voice it and share it. We've gathered the knowledge. We've got enough experience that we're good. Love that we have this here. This is also Mercury energy. So check your Mercury. What card do you have there? Mercury spot. And it's also Hierophant energy. And to check and see if you have any of these cards so far in your chart. And then we'll talk about the chart of the day and how this all relates for us through that. So yeah, this is great. It's business oriented. So we are figuring out how to stabilize and grow in a direction that is really on a good path. It opens things up. It is that, as I said, Hierophant energy. So we are channeling the universe's intelligence and direction. Beautiful card to get here. I'm happy to see it, especially with this Two of Diamonds in reverse. It kind of helps that we'll be able to settle in and figure this one out. Let's look at card number 3. Oh, lovely. An Ace of Hearts. Very nice. This is sun energy. What's in your sun position? It's like second nature. This is you connecting to something that is really lovely, peaceful. It is supportive. It's being loved. It's loving. In the upright position like this, it is a major opportunity to have some epiphany of self. It's either you finding a new reason to appreciate yourself, right? Or someone else that you're close to. And with this one sitting here in the middle, we'll have the words to really put forth into that. This is such a lovely reading in that we're going to be seeing this upset, either us or someone else as we move into the day. We're going to feel like we know how to take care of it now, what words we might share, what ideas we have. This is sharing what we have learned in a very stable way. It's not giving too much, it's not giving too little. It's simply having the words that are the right words to say and be able to move on through the energy, either this lower vibration of possibly someone with a low self-esteem needs a couple of words to just let them know that they're more than what they think they are. And it's going to come across as very loving and gentle and peaceful. It's beautiful, really. All right, so this Two of Clubs, what kind of opportunities do we have to meet with this, again, moon energy, moon led, and we've got Emperor energy with the black twos. So we are stability. We have what we need. We're intuitively finding synchronicities through the written word. Now, don't forget, we are in that third decan, which is subruled by Mercury. So the Mercury is really strong with this day, especially with the Two of Clubs, because it is all about making those connections. It is about really having a new idea, a new thought, willingly moving towards it because we understand how good it's going to work for us. It's usually comes through possibly even because of this conversation that we're going to be having with someone, because it's usually based in an old established understanding of what we bump up into. It triggers a memory, something we've learned that we had forgotten about, and it comes back to us, and it sets us on another path to connect with something bigger, for the bigger picture. That's why this Four of Clubs here is such a nice card to get, because we're going to be grounded enough that we're going to see it, we're going to connect with it, and it's going to come about because of this conversation or how we get triggered by a conversation. We got to pull the string on that one. Desires, impulses, blocks, and again, it will just increase the blossoming of this idea of the day that we have this opportunity to tap into. So, what's a lower vibration of a Two of Clubs? It's being lazy, or unfocused, or all of the air type stuff, cloudy thinking, being bored, lacking information, or having too much information, being overloaded. It can look like daydreaming, right? It can be nervous, shaky energy. You could be afraid to delve in. Maybe this Two of Diamonds makes you feel like if it's your energy, you don't have the right skills or talents or finances. You're lacking value of self. So all of that needs to be investigated. Get curious about it, see where it leads you, because that is where you're going to find what you can turn lemonade into lemons into lemonades, not the other way around. All right, so that's the day. I'm going to move on to the birthday now, and we'll talk about the chart while we do this. So, Two of Clubs. What does the Creativity Oracle have for you? This is you being invited into how you might heighten your manifesting abilities by considering what the cards are offering and doing the work, and therefore feeling good about yourself. All right, let's see. It's a beautiful card. Secrets. Conceal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. Ooh, oversharing. Okay, giving your energy away. Do you tend to do that? That makes me think about the third deacon and how you can overly people please in that position. Everybody has that at some point. So there's this imbalance that can go in that way of being repression and hidden. It's to feel authentic or cover up inauthenticity. Interesting. All right. So it can go through, like self-sacrificing and the overly people-pleasing. It's to maintain some kind of perceived balance and harmony. However, what is it really? It is undermining any kind of confidence and connection that you might otherwise be making. So you want to pull the thread on that if that rings true in any which way, because you in this third deacon, Venus and subruled by Mercury, have that gift of observation. You read the energy of a room. You are really, really, really aware of what everyone is thinking and doing. It is the perfect hub of either doing the right thing or being able to manipulate to get what you want. It's an interesting, what's that called? Juxtaposition for you to operate from, because it's really, you're your own keeper in keeping the high vibe way of doing things, the right way of doing things. You're always having that battle of wills between low vibe and high vibe. It is just the Libra way of bounce, that seventh house extrovert. It's the first extroverted house, being across from Aries. And it is interesting in that you've got that mirrored reflection. All right. So secrets, yeah. So if you're coming from that position of feeling like you've got to overly give to please to be accepted, interesting that you're being asked to hold that, because that is a natural tendency for you as well, being that eye of the storm, to hold your words. Mercury led though too, it's easy enough to want to overly share. All right, so that's what you're being asked to look at. Let's see what you get for the spirit and nature. The Ace of Diamonds. Well, that's an interesting card for you to have here as well, because if you can do that, if you can hold your tongue, not overly share, not give away your power, and I know what that's like. You want to be heard, you want to be valued, yet if you give away your power, you give away your thoughts and your ambition. I've actually been on boards where I have done that. I've given the the vision, if you will, away to someone just in conversation, and then later on see them present it to the board as theirs. That's what this is saying. You you don't overshare. Keep your secrets. Wait till the right time in the right place and speak, because that is your third deacon as well. You're the one that people will listen to. If you take the time to really chisel the thoughts out. As a two of clubs, you're more than capable of doing this. You don't mind the work. You've got that 10 of clubs on your ecliptic. You know what it's like. When it works for you, it works like perfection. It is the magician energy that is your ecliptic. You're channeling that kind of voice from source. You're so connected. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You put in the work, you get the rewards. And your Rahu, where you are being invited to take a look at how you could experience and experiment in what you're drawn to. Six of Spades. It's all about you figuring out the best way to be you, physically, mentally, stability, all of that. Yeah, it's lovely. And you've got that King of Clubs in your Sun position. It's all about knowing. Once you put in that thought process, you're good. You know exactly what to do and how to do it and when to do it. It is about sacrifice. So that can be a catch-22 for you in that third deacon, Libra, wanting the bigger picture, wanting all of that, yet you're resistant to change. It can come across as limiting beliefs, so that people pleasing, giving yourself away, all of it, right? So, yeah, very interesting. Your catch-22 being that Pluto, Three of Hearts, your Sun position, King. You want to go to that Pluto because that's the King's position. And you've got the Three of Hearts there, scrambling, emotionally to find your balance. Isn't it interesting? So is. And what do you have in your Mercury position? I love this because you've got a Four of Diamonds. You have that connection of psychic abilities, of the High Priestess. Not only is your ecliptic the magician, You've got the Four of Diamonds, the High Priestess. I mean, they're just waiting for you to tap that that message from above. So that's where you want to take your time when you get an idea, when it's on the tip of your tongue and you're so excited to share it. It's a great idea. You want to explore it. You're two of clubs. That's what you do. You want to bounce it off. Libra, you get that reflected back to you and you just blossom with even more beautiful thoughts. However, you got to make sure that your counsel is with the right people, right? Think about that when you're getting these brilliant ideas to share. Hold them, develop them, and then take it. So beautiful. All right. And look what will happen for you. Ace of Diamonds. That is just gorgeous because this is connecting with something of value. It's such an opportunity for you to take these giant steps in building who you are, this maturity, authentic, just beautiful. I'm really interesting. It's so clearly spoken. All right, let's see what you get for the wish card. Moon wishes. The moon shows me patience. Well, there is an element of needing patience in this message for you because you're a giver. You want to share. It benefits you in so many ways. And okay, but make sure you're doing it with the right people because that's what it says. Conceal the plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. So you got to think about it, who you're talking to. Do you really know them? Good question. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Happy birthday, Two of Clubs. I wish you every happiness. All right, and as always, in this day to day, carpe diem, stay kind and curious as you journey creatively.